Hey there everyone, it's time for another update, and today we're going to be talking about a new little technique that I've discovered called manifesting what you're vibrating. Kind of goes along with the manifesting good outcomes I did a week or so ago, and it's focusing in on one of those little steps about you've got to find something that makes you feel happy. Here's how I came about it. I was out walking in the woods the other day, out at the park, with my little beagle, walking the trails. It was a warm day, unusual for this time of year, so we were out taking advantage of it. And I was having a pretty good day. And all of a sudden this thought occurred to me. I have control of whatever I'm feeling right now. And I have control of whatever I see in my reality at any given moment. In fact, what I'm seeing at this moment in my reality as I walk down these woods, my whole circumstances in life, personal, financial, health, everything, is a result of what I was vibrating the day before. Of course, it was further back, but especially the day before, and the reason why is we're now living 24 hours and 16 hours. So that means that this time between cause and effect has decreased. So we're seeing the results of what we put out into the field around us. We're seeing the results of that in around 16 hours. And I've noticed this because whenever I felt really excited and happy, the next day money comes in, or the next day a new opportunity comes, or the next day I feel better. Physically, I feel better. So I'm noticing that it happens in like less than 24 hours now. What that led me to was that anytime I'm feeling bad, anxious, or scared, I am feeding that into the field, and tomorrow I'm going to experience more reasons to feel that, because basically what I did was reinforce it. Conversely, if I stop in that cycle and I shift what I'm feeling to happiness and excitement, I will override those feelings. Why? Because joy, excitement, and happiness are of a higher frequency than anger, shame, or fear, or anxiety, or whatever. And as a result, when you have two frequencies, one higher, one lower, the lower one is pulled up by the higher one. The higher one is not pulled down by the lower one. So if I want to change my reality tomorrow, I have to start right at that moment overriding any negative feelings. Now here's a little challenge though. How do you do that when you're in a meltdown? How do you do that when you're freaked out and you're afraid? One of the things that helps me shift is to remind myself that if I don't shift, I will see more reasons to feel what I'm feeling now. So that kind of gives me the impetus to move forward. The next thing I do is I consciously look for little things that make me feel happy. Not just intellectual happiness, but here in my heart. Make me feel that, like we call it making your heart sing. You feel that thrill, like the little girl in you is going, or little boy in you is going, yeah, that's wonderful. So I began noticing, as I was walking in the woods, what was making me feel happy at that moment. One of the things that made me really happy was watching my little beagle's butt wiggle and her tail wag. And she's walking in front of me because I'm letting her off the leash, and her little nose is to the ground, and she's doing what beagles do. She loves to sniff. She tracks. And she was so excited, and watching that little beagle butt wiggle made me totally overjoyed. Another thing was coming home and realizing later on that watching the birds out at the bird feeders, especially when I get like 4 or 5 cardinals at one time. I love cardinals. They're so beautiful, especially in the winter. Seeing them out there feeding gave me such a feeling of calm, and like I was nurturing. I was taking care of nature, and that made me happy. So I realized that those feelings I was putting out into the field, and that if I did that in a short enough time span after having put out negative feelings, they would override the negative feelings. And then tomorrow I could assure myself that I might have a couple of bumps because of the ones I put out earlier, the negative feelings, but then probably the end of the day would be better. And sure enough, that's what happened. So hopefully this will help you and controlling your reality, because it really is about becoming conscious of what we're vibrating in the moment so that tomorrow we manifest the reality that we want. Try it, give it a spin, and let me know how it works for you. And by the way, thank you to all of you who have shared your reports of using the previous techniques that I've given you. And I'll continue to come up with new ones. All right, take care. Bye-bye.